Beautiful view here of the Liberty Building in Lafayette Square here in Buffalo, New York. It's a battle of the cities here in week 2 of the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Queen City hoping to get themselves in the win column. They're going to be taking on the Motor City V8s. Hello everybody, welcome to Contro Field. I'm Ethan Muslin alongside my partner Alden Bleeker. Queen City has a storied rivalry with Motor City, previously the St. Louis Gladiators. They now face each other in the new aligned North Division. This should be an exciting little matchup between these two teams.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a fairly back and forth matchup. Queen City back in season 11 won a 62-3 blowout at home, but have not won since. This will be their first meeting since season 16, and plenty of things to be excited about for both sets of fans here.
Yeah, Motor City, that exciting new 3 tight end set, proved themselves victorious in week 1, taking down Tulsa, a playoff team, 33-20. Queen City hoping to get back off the schneid. They had a bit of a rough go against Sioux Falls. They lost 30-10. This is going to be an exciting matchup. Last time they faced, Motor City's won 3 in a row. We'll see if Queen City can knock that streak down. Before we get started, though, we do want to make a quick note of massive importance here. Friday, July 15th, the SFL family lost one of its most treasured players. Mexico City champion quarterback, SFL analyst, and inaugural Hall of Fame class member Matt Wilson passed away today at the age of 41. He is the SFL's greatest quarterback of all time with 48,680 yards, 354 touchdowns displayed on the field. Despite his physical ailments off the field, he has been an inspiration to all of us. He's free of the burdens of this world, but from now and here in the SFL, his legacy will live forever. We love you, Matt. We'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody, for that moment of silence there to honor Matt Wilson. We'll get things underway here in Queen City. The V8s are going to kick the ball away here to start the game. Going back to return for Queen City. As we kick this thing underway here in Buffalo. Be taking it about the 10. The 20, tried to push forward, going to get down to the 25-yard line. Returning the kick is Adrian Ellis. And that will set up Queen City and their newest quarterback, O.J. Bruin, formerly of Portland, now behind center here in Buffalo.
Well, O.J. Bruin, also a former SFLM teammate of mine on the Memphis River Runners, and I just cannot say enough about this guy's work ethic. He consistently has the mentality of a champion.
We'll see how he handles his new team here in week 2. First down, throwing to the left side, a tippy-toe catch made at about the 25. They're going to, the 28-yard line. They'll call it a gain of 3 for Deezer Powell. 10-season vet, been here with the team now for 5 seasons. That'll give us time to introduce the rest of the Queen City offense. In the backfield, you've got Jet Zero and Adrian Ellis on wide receiver, along with William McDowell, Doug Spelling, and Deezer Powell. Tight ends are James Matthew Jr. and Stephen McMichaels. On the line, the rookie left tackle, Robert Vale from Ottawa, and the left guard is Robert Crone. Again from the pistol here from second down. A nice deep pass from Bruin, caught behind the defense for Deezer Powell. He gets it into Motor City territory inside the 40, and suddenly Queen City is moving.
Well, and OJ Bruin, we saw that Detroit led the league in passing yards last week, passing yards per game, and top 5 in all-purpose yards. We could see a quarterback duel forming very early in this game here.
Big 34-yard pass from Bruin here, and now another deep pass on first down. Diving catch from Doug Spelling! The 3-season vet puts it down to the 12, and it's another 27 yards.
Well, see, this is exactly what I talk about with OJ Bruin. You know, he has this sort of very defiant mentality as a quarterback where you know, he's going to face a really great quarterback, as we'll see on the other side of the ball for Motor City, but that just pushes him to perform even harder.
Bruin with a pistol set, twins to the right. 1st and 10 at the 12. Pump faking, throws to Jet 0. Pushes ahead, gets some positive yardage. He's going to get brought down at the 10. They'll give him a 2-yard gain. The tackle there made from number 20, Mark Kaufman. That'll give us time to introduce the Motor City defense. On the line, you have defensive ends Doug Howard and Dakota Butts, both rookies. Defensive tackle is Mike Ballot. Linebackers are Rodney Panini, Timothy Connolly, the rookie from Ottawa, Sabo Kanan from Lincoln, who's also a rookie, along with Matthew Holford, Mark Coffin, Dion Lane Barney, Ty White, King Rashid are corners, David Leathers, Nicholas Warner are safeties. 2nd and 8. Bruin throws right, caught, touchdown, Queen City! And a huge catch from Doug Spelling, who got that previous diving catch and now put 6 on the board for the Corsairs.
And that is about as electric of a start as you could possibly hope for if you're a Queen City fan. OJ Bruin just taking the brunt of the offensive leadership for his team, and they marched down the field here very quickly, and it's going to be pressure on Motor City now to respond in kind.
That drive going 5 plays, 71 yards, resulting in that touchdown. The total time for that drive ended up being about 2 minutes and 2 seconds. We see Judah Dorgan to kick the extra point. It is up and through, and just like that, in a couple of minutes, Queen City now up 7-0.
Well, that's basically your dream start, to just march down the field, and now Queen City have an opportunity to get this ball back on defense. I think that's going to be the theme on the sideline, is get that ball back and do it again.
We'll have Dorgan to kick this ball away. Back to return will be Shane Kaufman. Going to take it inside his own end zone. Going to bring it out. The 10 to the 20. That's to the left side. They're going to get breaking down at the 23-yard line. There's a tackle there from number 21, King Jamal. Now we will see Ibrahim Kreita and the Motor City offense take the field for the first time.
Yeah, and Ibrahim has really been one of the big bright spots for Detroit, you know, as we say, leading the league in passing yards, and this team leading the league in all-purpose yards. So he's shown quite a bit here already.
Riata under pressure, though, going to get taken down for a sack. Loss of 4 yards on that play. That was number 78, and Andre Krim, the 5-season vet, putting down the tackle for loss.
And that's really something that Queen City does really well, is just to send pressure at the top of the play. You know, show respect to the quarterback that can do so much damage, and send an appropriate amount of pressure. Great job there.
Yeah, the throw on 2nd and long. Going to throw the deep ball. Diving catch is made! Down at the 42, it's Phil Koss, one of the 3 tight ends of Motor City. And suddenly that 4-yard loss turned into a massive gain.
Wow, and this is a very vertical game on both sides of the ball. You know, we're seeing layouts on defense, layouts on these passing plays, and it's just something that you really love to see if you're a fan of aerial battles.
Phil Koss last week went 162 yards on 14 catches. He's already making a good impact today. Another diving catch there for Koss is incomplete. He might have been a little late on that one. We'll introduce the rest of the Motor City offense. We have Ibrahim Kriata as quarterback. Baloo Scott, the Albuquerque rookie, is the running back alongside Christopher Dean. Wide receivers are Shane Kaufman and Orain Darby. Tight ends are Azami Mihada, Phil Koss, and Guy Clausen. Yes, 3 tight ends. And on the line, anchoring that left side, is a pack of McMillans, Bill, Phil, and Gil from left tackle to center, respectively. Second down and 10. They're in a jumbo set. Gonna hand it off to Blue Scott up the middle. It's not gonna go anywhere. That's gonna be no gain on that play. Tackled by Frank Stackhouse, formerly of the Houston Headhunters. And that'll give us time to introduce the Queen City defense. On the line, you've got Andre Krim, Joseph Sabolka from Charleston, along with Frank Stackhouse. Linebacking core is Kappa Jones from DC, and rookies Matthew Alvarado and Orion Horace, both from Madison. Corners are Amar Bryant, Ted Hayes, and Mike Jones. So we have this little pass here to the left side. Will be taken out of bounds for a first down. The pass completed to Guy Clausen. Just managed to step out of bounds. Completing out the defense, great gains to free safety King Jamal and Savon Watson from San Jose, the strong safeties. That was an incredible tiptoe catch in Queen City, unsurprisingly challenging the spot of that play.
Yeah, as I was getting ready to say, that is a very challengeable play, and I do think, even if it costs them a timeout, I do think that's worth reviewing, certainly.
It's no doubt there's a catch, and there's the step. You see the step there, just right at the line.
Yeah, that looks like he's out of bounds. Oh my goodness.
He's out of bounds, but I think the ball is beyond the line to gain. Yeah, that's
going to be the question: is where was the ball when he went out of bounds?
The ruling has been overturned. Let's see how close they're going to make it.
Yeah, this might be 4-down territory, depending on how close they mark it, is the thing.
And they mark it short of the first down. It'll be 4th and inches, and they have the offense out on the field.
Yeah, 4-down territory. I love the bravery from Motor City to go for it here, showing a lot of confidence.
And they do snap it. Blue Scott pushes ahead and gets the first down. Just gets the couple of yards, brings it down to the Queen City 46. And she just pushed herself ahead to get that first.
Yeah, that is a fantastic job by both of these teams. You know, a great eye on the sideline by the Queen City coach, but a great job to stick with it by Motor City as well.
Blue Scott going to go to the right side on first down, going to bring it down to the 40 for a gain of 7. A little slow to get up is Blue Scott, but she makes it up. That was a bit of a hard hit there from the defense.
And this is something that you maybe worry about a little bit is when you get a close or get very close to a stop and the other team, you know, converts on 4th down, it can almost break you mentally. You know, Queen City's really got to shore up here.
And up to Scott again, and there's your shoring up. A nice tackle for loss. That's number 78, Andre Krim again with another tackle for loss, his second of the game.
Yeah, and he is really holding things down on the front of the line there. You see, man, just blows over his man and gets to the quarterback. That is just collapsing the pocket instantly. That is really what this Queen City Corsairs defensive line wants to do.
That's Andre Krim's 45th tackle for loss in his career. He's having a nice one. 3rd and 7. Pass here to the left side will be caught by Blue Scott, and it's just enough for the first down. Going to be tackled down at the 35. Motor City again with huge conversions.
Yeah, well, and we're seeing more and more of these design screen passes as we have more and more running backs with the ability to catch entering the league. And as we're seeing more and more contracted offensive line players, you know, I think we're going to continue to see that more and more over the coming seasons. But Blue Scott doing a great job on this drive, really getting these extra yards in.
She had 12 for 52 yards and a touchdown last week. Ibrahim going to throw down the middle, incomplete. That looked like it was intended for Phil Koss. A little bit of a miscommunication on that timing, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, and you may not know it based on how well Motor City have been able to pass, but the secondary for Queen City has really been one of their strengths here. You know, they are a very tough to challenge, and Motor City will be punished sooner than later if they continue to throw these balls deep.
2nd down and 10. A little handoff to Scott up the middle. It goes nowhere. Stopped on that play. That's number 54, Joseph Sabolka, previously of the Charleston Predators, now wearing the green and black. Going to set up 3rd down and 10. Motor City setting up in that jumbo set that they love to use. They love to use that 3 tight end set. Friata to throw. Gonna go off to Scott. Oh, no, excuse me.
Ooh.
That was Christopher Dean, but he mistimed the catch. That'll be incomplete. It looks like we will probably see John Pickles come out to punt this ball away.
Yeah, this is certainly not 4-down territory, but this is really a sort of hang tough offense by Motor City. You know, Queen City got down the field in a very short amount of time, and so to just come back from that and, you know, 4th down conversion, getting a bunch of yards, I think it really shows that they're in this game to win it.
Pickles' ball is gonna go down to about the 5. Nice little slow bounce. And that is where they will pick it up. Queen City will start at their own 5-yard line. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the league, you can visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Handoff here to Jet 0 on 1st down. Powers through 1 tackle, but he'll get taken down to the 10 for a gain of 6. I'm going to give him about closer to about 5 and change, but gets it out about 5 and change. He'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, Queen City are really in rhythm on offense, and so this is a big part of what Motor City need to be successful on defense is good defensive starting field position.
Jet 0 again, going up the middle, going to be another 2 yards. We'll bring him down to the 13-yard line. Now bring up 3rd down and a very short 2.
Yeah, this is a little bit shocking after how competently Queen City were able to move the ball down the field on their last drive. This is drives threatening to stall out here.
On a 3rd and short, pistol set for OJ Bruin. Gonna fake the handoff. Has time in the pocket, throwing the deep ball down the middle, bobbled up, incomplete. Got picked up by Nicholas Warner, but he couldn't come down with it, but that will force the 3 and out for the Corsairs.
Yeah, this is a great stop by Motor City. You know, this has really been sort of a mentality monster game for them. They get the ball back in what's going to be pretty good field position, and they, although they weren't able to just move it down the field like Queen City were able to do on their first drive, this is going to be another opportunity to just keep picking up those yards in chunks.
Ball going to be taken at about midfield and about a 4-yard return from Clausen. So that'll be about a net punt of about 30 or 33 yards. And now, look at this. Motor City going to start in Corsair territory.
Yeah, inside the 50. That's really the one of the best possible starting scenarios for Motor City, other than starting in the field goal range anyhow.
Motor City going to start in that jumbo set. 2 in the back. Friata to throw. Goes to the right side. Pass will be completed. Goes down to about the 37 for a gain of 8. I believe that is Guy Clausen. Yes, it is. Number 86 making that catch.
Yeah, throw it to the tight end. That strategy working quite well for them there, and yeah, Ibrahim Krieda is doing quite well here. You know, 50 yards almost already in 4 completions. He really is looking to be a big factor in their offense here.
Taking the handoff to the fullback, managed to evade the sack, but doesn't get much on the play from the pass, and that one's to Baloo Scott. They're going to give it about 1.5 yards, so it's going to be up 3rd and very short.
Yeah, bit of a familiar situation for Motor City. A good passing catch to Baloo Scott, but just a few inches short of the 1st yard line. A Subway sandwich short of a 1st down.
You see there, it's about 3rd and an index card away from the 1st down. Friata to throw to Scott, wide to the right side. No, caught out of bounds. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
Wow, that looked like a catch to me. I guess the referees have an angle that we don't, but this is a big stop for Queen City. I almost wonder if this is 4-down territory for Motor City.
And it looks like they are. They're going to bring the offense
Wow.
out. I think what might have happened is when that catch was made, the ball was behind him, behind Baloo Scott, and that's why she ended up not getting it, and they'll call a timeout. They tried to go for the jump, couldn't get anything going there. So that'll bring him with 2 remaining, with 2:45 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's an odd choice. I almost wonder if you're going to use a timeout anyway, you might as well go for the challenge, right? Like especially in an instance like that where it looked like a catch, you know, to us and I'm sure to a lot of the people watching at home, it looked like a catch. So if you're going to use the timeout anyway, then you might as well try to challenge it, right? That is an odd coaching decision, I will say.
So it'll be John Pickles again punting it away. He'll come down at about the 10, take a nice Motor City bounce. Instead of 3, the 2, down to the 1-yard line.
My
Beautiful
goodness.
punt from John Pickles.
My goodness. And this has been the secret sauce for Motor City's defense here so far. They pinned Queen City Corsairs, you know, inside the 10 at the 5, and now they pin them inside the 5 at the 1. Man, OJ Bruin is a great quarterback, but they are really demanding the world of him, our Motor City's defense.
And let's not forget the first score Motor City ever made. It was a safety in this kind of situation. Jet Zero going up the middle on first down. Going to get 4 yards. I'm going to bring it up to about 4.5. That'll give OJ much needed breathing room.
Yeah, and that's going to be finally Queen City getting out of the shadow of their own goalposts there. That's I think about the best that you could possibly hope for there.
2nd down and 6. Another jumbo pack. They've got Zero in the back. They'll hand him off. They'll cut a little bit to the left, get a couple more yards on it. They'll bring it up to the 7. That'll be another 3. Now a 3rd and short situation.
Yeah, this is I don't want to, you know, put the commentator's curse on the Queen City Corsairs, but this drive is looking very endangered. Motor City's defense has been all over Queen City all game, more or less.
Bruin to throw here on 3rd down. Going to be caught by Zero, but no! Wow! Managed to truck through a couple defenders and gets knocked out of bounds at the 14. It's a 3rd down conversion for Queen City.
Yeah, and man, that's something we've seen out of the likes of Doug Brown on those designed outlet passes, just refusing to go down. That looked like it was going to be the end of that drive there, but just doing a great job to stay up, keep the legs moving, and now they have a brand new shot at getting down the field here.
Twins pistol for Bruin on 1st down. He's going to throw up the middle, another 1st down catch. That one to number 49, James Matthew Jr., the 7th season tight end.
And you see just you know, tight ends in this league tend to have a lot of power and a lot of ability to get up, but you just see a great route run there, and OJ Bruin doesn't have to look through the rest of the route tree. He just sees his option, his number 1 option open, and he goes for it.
That was Matthew Jr.'s first pass completion of the game. Another pass here up the middle is caught by Doug Spelling. And another big play to bring it up to the 45. 2 consecutive plays, 2 consecutive 1st downs.
Well, I believe that's going to put OJ Bruin. We'll have to wait on our statistics to update here, but I believe that will push him over 100 yards. That'll be 8 completions on 9 attempts, and yes, in fact, 108 yards. So a great start for him here.
Bruin fakes the handoff, going to throw to the left side. It's completed to Powell. Going to give him another 8 yards receiving on that play. Puts it into Motor City territory.
See, this is what we mean when we say sometimes that the statistics are not the whole story, because if you look at the statistics, it looks like that Queen City has been struggling a little bit. But if you go a little deeper into the story, you can also see that OJ Bruin has really been driving this offense for his team.
Jet Zero pushing ahead on this part of the drive. Going to bring it down to the 44. It's another 1st down for Queen City. And that is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter of play. Queen City moving the ball into Detroit territory. They lead the V8s 7-0. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on Twitch. Back here at Compro Field in Buffalo, New York, Queen City leading Motor City in the Battle of the Cities, 7-0. Ethan Muslin and Alden Bleeker here on the call tonight. Bruin going to fake the handoff on first down, gets the tiptoe catch to the right side. It'll be good for a gain of 5. Another nice catch there from Doug Spelling. That's number 4 on the day.
Yeah, and we saw in that first drive, he got that big layout catch and then was the one to ultimately receive the touchdown. So, there are times in the SFL where a quarterback just really has a special connection with one of their receivers. We could very well see that again here today.
Last week, the big one was James Matthew Jr. for Queen City, 7 catches for 86. Pass bobbled here. It's intercepted by Motor City. Oh, the bobble play worked in favor of David Leathers, and he picks it away.
Well, we've talked about how Queen City Corsairs, their secondary has been a real threat, but this is just a great job. This is what we call an eye play. David Leathers realizing where this ball is going to go once it's tipped, and oh man, it's good placement by OJ Bruin, but a better job by the secondary in Motor City here.
And that one looked like it was intended for James Matthew Jr. Just a little mistiming there. Bopped it off his helmet, and that gave the interception for Leathers, as this pass is completed to Azami Mihata, one of the 3 tight ends. That's his first catch of the day for a gain of 3. So far, Criada now 7 for 10 on the day. Almost hitting the 50-yard mark here. Going to 2nd down and 7, going to the big set. To throw, left side, pass will be completed. Looks like that's going to be down at the 36. It's another gain of about 5 on that play, and again, that's in one of the other tight ends. That's Guy Clausen.
Yeah, and Crietta, as much as he's been forced to pick up the yards in bunches rather than just getting big receptions here as he would like, he has been one of the biggest threats. As we say going into this game, leading the leagues in passing yards are Motor City, excuse me.
And that pass will give the 3rd down conversion for Motor City. Another pass to Guy Clausen, puts it across the 39, and it's the 1st down for the V8s.
Well, it's like we say in this league, just throw it to the tight end and good things will happen to you. Guy Clausen has been one of the more reliable targets for Ibrahim Crieta, and that's one of those things where you have a young quarterback and an experienced receiver can often produce good results for you.
Crieta down the middle, incomplete. Went for a bit of a deep pass. Felt a little bit of pressure there on the line. Nothing doing there, so it'll be 2nd down. Bill Cos looked like to be the intended target.
And this is really what's been so complicated about Motor City's passing game here, is that the Queen City Corsairs secondary is so dangerous that you have to show them respect, and you want to throw, but you can't throw it deep, which sometimes makes it a little easier for the pressure to come up.
Crieta with the pressure to the receiver, gets it knocked away. Another incomplete pass. That one was intended for Christopher Dean, the fullback. Now we got a 3rd down and 10 coming up.
And this is an example of what I was talking about. This is not even that deep of a throw, but you see the pressure coming up, and it's just an instance of, do you fear the challenge against the secondary more, or do you fear the pressure from the defensive line and whoever's left in the middle to come up? It's a tricky decision for an experienced quarterback to make, let alone a sophomore.
So now 3rd down and 10. Again, going into the jumbo pack. Crieta gonna throw to the right side. Pass completed to a wide open Christopher Dean. Gonna get it to a 47. Not gonna get the 1st down, but it will get to a 4th and short and at least get some good field position to punt it away.
Yeah, and Pickles coming out once again. I mean, he has had a spectacular day here. Pinned him in the 5, pinned him at the 1. He's gonna be looking to do that again.
Gonna kick it away. Be returned at about the 10. Up to the 15 and about to the 18-yard line is where Queen City will set up shop. The SFL is partnered with Rare Drop and Rare Drop Sports to advance live events and distribution. Live and in-person championship weekends, rookie drafts, and community events are in the works. Visit raredrop.co for more info on what the company does in the gaming community, and follow Rare Drop Sports on Twitch at twitch.tv/rdsports. Queen City taking over, still inside their 20, but not as pinned down as they were previously. Jet Zero pushing down 3 defenders, but gets pancaked from number 44, Nicholas Warner. Going to end up only being a gain of 3 for his efforts.
Yeah, man, and the role of the running back is really sort of being redefined in the SFL over these past few seasons. You know, we're seeing the receiving running backs, but we're seeing just as much of these power running backs. And man, Jet Zero just powering over the defense here.
And he does so again with another pancake, and again Warner having to make the play. But Jet Zero getting up to the 30 and another first down.
You know, as an offensive line player and coach, I am certainly a fan of a well-executed halfback offensive line combo, but there are times when you have a running back who just bowls over the defensive line anyway, and that's exactly what we saw there. And Jet Zero, man, that is going to become a name for offensive line players to fear over the next few seasons.
Taking the handoff here, Bruin to throw down the middle. Pass completed inside Motor City territory. And a huge play there from Doug Spelling. That's catch number 5.
And this is really what is so spectacular about OJ Bruin. He just has such an ability to read routes, whether it's short, medium, or deep. He has an ability not only to see where receivers and defenders are, but where they're going to be and where they should be. I mean, that is just something that you cannot teach and you cannot buy.
Bruin to throw to the right after that 29-yard gain. It falls incomplete. Adrian Ellis, the intended target there, but looked like King Rashid throwing a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, man, and the pressure has really been the thing that has held Motor City into this in this game here. You know, Queen City have had a lot of success on offense, but it's only resulted in 1 touchdown. You know, that first sort of wake up blow to Motor City, and they've really held themselves in this game.
Bruin under pressure, throws down the middle, but it's deflected and incomplete. Nice big step there from Rodney Panini to break that pass away.
Yeah, and really, you know, it's sort of like we talk about with Queen City. You know, do you challenge the secondary or do you challenge the defensive line? You know, Motor City really want to create a situation where Queen City are in the same boat, where they can't challenge the secondary and they also can't challenge the defensive line. That's where they're pivoting to, I think.
Bruin faking the handoff from the pistol. Going to throw down the deep ball, and it's knocked away, incomplete. And once again, Rodney Panini there to make the deflection.
And you see there, you know, it's exactly what we say. You know, you have that secondary that's covering all the routes, and then you have the defensive line that's coming up to press into the pocket and try to collapse it, and it just creates such a difficult situation for the quarterback.
So that will bring Greg Morrison out to punt this ball away. Looking to hopefully pin Motor City down inside the 10, maybe even inside the 5. Kick is away. They're going to let this one bounce. Takes a massive bounce towards the 2, the 1, and it goes inside the end. Just barely for the touchback. So that'll put the V8s at the 20-yard line. The SFL produces over 400 live events each year, but don't miss community content creators and their creations. Catch SFL Nights with AJ Stryker, Say It With Your Chest, Netma, and more, covering Season 19 and beyond. To check out archived versions of community shows, visit simulationfl.net and click the logo of your favorite form of SFL entertainment on our homepage. Bobbled pass there on first down is incomplete. Alvarado was nearly there to make an interception, though.
Yeah, and you know, the secondary of Queen City, you know, it's not just the interceptions. It's also the pass deflections. It's also the sort of unforced errors that they can make the quarterback make by covering all the options.
Sets up second down and 10. Criada under center, 2 receivers right. Gonna step back and throw down the middle. Oh, the diving catch is a little late. Another incompletion there for Crietta. Gonna make it 10 of 16 so far on the day.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fault the effort. I didn't quite see the numbers on the back of that diving catch there, but you really can't fault the effort. I mean, my goodness, they have been swallowed up whole by this secondary half the receivers.
Looked like that might have been either Phil Koss or Guy Clausen, maybe the intended target. Gonna hand it off here up the middle for Christopher Dean. Oh, excuse me, that's Baloo Scott. Thought that might have been a fullback play, but no, they'll get a gain of 5. And unfortunately, it's going to force a 3 and out.
Yeah, and it's another situation where Queen City are able to put on a very stern performance, and this is going to be, I believe, one of their better starting field positions. This is going to be like the situation that we saw in the first quarter where Motor City started inside the 50.
I'll be taking it about the 45 and brought up to the 47. So yeah, Queen City will have some pretty good field position just outside of midfield. Open to threaten with a few more points here.
Yeah, that's really the thing, is that Queen City have been so good here on both sides of the ball, but it really hasn't translated to points, which is something that I think they'll be trying to diagnose as this game goes on and cure, hopefully.
Bruin with twins to the left. One back on each side on 1st and 10. Lots of time. Throw down the middle. Pass completed. Down to the 26-yard line. Huge pass completion for a 1st down. It's James Matthew Jr.
Yeah, and that's exactly the kind of play that OJ Bruin loves, is getting his receivers out in space, and a good job recovering by the Motor City secondary, to their credit. A good wrap-up tackle to prevent any more damage than was already done, but this is deep into enemy territory now for Queen City. This is the position that they've been looking to be in all game.
At the 26, after a 27-yard pass, it's 1st down, 3 bunch to the left. Bruin with a quick step, throws right, pass completed to Matthew again. He'll get pushed out of bounds for about a couple of yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, and it's really been sort of a story of two passing offenses. You know, the Motor City secondary has been there all game, but you know, there's just been the correct communication between OJ Bruin and his receivers, and they've been able to play around it here, it feels like.
Again from that pistol set, deflected on the cutoff and incomplete. That's Dion Lane Barney, the rookie out of Lexington, with his deflection.
Well, just as I make a comment about playing around the secondary, they, as if they heard me, you know, playing up high there to read the pass and make an athletic play to get it down. My goodness.
It'll be 3rd down and 6. Bruin's got 3 bunch to the right side. He'll step back. Throw to the right. Pass is intercepted. Ooh. Motor City takes it right back. And that's the 2nd time that Queen City is threatened, but Motor City has managed to take it away.
Man, and it was King Rashid here on the pick. Just a great eye play, as we said previously. Just able to align his feet and align his body where the receiver is going to be rather than where he is. That is just a fantastic play by the Motor City secondary.
You see how you saw that he was playing the quarterback and not the receiver, and was in the right place at the right time to get in the way of Deezer Powell. Another tip play here and another near interception. King Jamal nearly got that pick after Great Gaines knocked it away.
Yeah, man, and this has really been a battle of the defenses. You know, we were talking about at the start of this game how this might be a battle of the quarterbacks, but it has really been a battle of the secondaries and a battle of the defensive lines here. It almost feels like sort of a chess match between two very high level, you know, grandmasters, just back and forth gambits and defenses and strategies being exchanged here, and you really feel like the first one, or the last one, I should say, to make a big mistake is going to be the one to ultimately lose here.
Giada's going to have the heavy set here on 2nd down, going to hand it off. Oh, but Lou Scott just got caught right at the line of scrimmage, only falls forward for a couple of yards. That was a tackle from number 67 of Queen City. That is George Booth making that play.
Yeah, and really a difficult time up the middle for Motor City. Queen City have made it very difficult for them to run here all game.
Friata to throw here on third down. Another diving catch is intercepted. Picked away. That was intended for, looks like that was Shane Kaufman, one of his first targets of the day, but picked away by Greg Gaines.
Well, and that's effectively a hand punt, maybe even a little better for Queen City because they're well beyond the 50. And oh man, it's yet another opportunity for Queen City. You know, we've really seen both of these defenses doing such a good job, and it's like we said, you know, the last defense to make a mistake might be the one that loses this game.
That's Creata's first interception of the game, number 3 so far this season. Bruin to throw on first down, another tip away and incomplete. That is Sabo Kanan with the deflection. Nice job there from the rookie out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Kind of interesting to see this middle set of Motor City. They got 2 rookie linebackers in their set. Gonna go with a nickel pack here on second down. Bruin to throw to the right. Pass completed down to the 33. Slowly moving down the field. Matthew Jr. with another catch. That'll bring up for us a gain of 6.
Yeah, slowly but surely. That's really been the theme for both of these offenses here. You know, and OJ Bruin really connecting a lot, but not quite getting the yardage that he would hope for. You know, that's something that he's gonna try to change here on this down. It looks like
they're gonna go twins to the left here on 3rd and 4. Bruin to throw under pressure, gonna heave one down the left. It's intercepted again. Back and forth, back and forth. It's been nothing but picks from these quarterbacks.
And oh man, and it's really nothing to taken away from these quarterbacks because they've both really had success moving the ball. I think it just goes to show how well prepared and how well scouted these defenses are. They really are able to play almost intuitively, where they're not playing the receiver, they're not playing the route. You know, they're just using their eyeballs and their athleticism to get them into the positions they need to be.
That was an interception from David Leathers, number 2 for him. Creata throwing down the middle. Bit of a short pass here, but it's good for a gain of 4. And there is Shane Kaufman. That's the first catch for a receiver here today for Motor City. All of those other ones were going to the tight end. So far, it's 4 for Clausen, 1 for Phil Koss, 1 for Izami Mihata as the first one to go to a non-tight end. 2nd down and 6. From the heavy set, Creata to throw. Pass to the right side is completed. Lou Scott's going to get about another yard or so. Going to bring up to the 13. He's going to set up a 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, and another scenario where it's tough for both of these teams because, you know, Motor City in a 3rd and medium, a 3rd and medium, dare I say, situation, and it would be such fantastic field position for Queen City if they're able to get the ball back.
Some pressure coming up the middle. Going to get thrown out, and going to be about a loss of 1 on that play. Ted Haynes making the tackle, but it's another catch for Christopher Dean. Unfortunately, it will force Motor City to punt.
And Queen City gonna get the ball back in once again the best field position that they've gotten all game, but you know, in defensive battles like this, it can almost be trickier to move the ball in good field position because it almost wakes the other defense up.
Pickle's going to punt it away. Fair catch is called at the 47. Adrian Ellis going to hold it there, and that is where they will set up. We've got 2 3/4 to go here in the first half. It's still Queen City 7-0. We haven't had any change in the score since that opening drive touchdown. It has been a very locked orange defensive battle between these two squads. 1st and 10 from the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right. Bruin gonna throw. Going down the middle. It'll be completed. Looks like that was Matthew again. No, excuse me. That is number 17, Deezer Powell, making the reception. But it's only a gain of 3. They're going to bring up second down.
And I think one thing that is really on Queen City's side here is that they have the time to be patient. They have 3 timeouts and effectively a 4th with the 2-minute warning. They really have the luxury to sort of set up their clock management how they'd prefer here.
Heavy offset eye for 2nd and 7. They'll hand it off to Jet Zero. Goes up the middle, punches through. Going to stop short of the first down. They're going to say he's about a foot or so short of the line. So that'll bring up 3rd and inches on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Queen City trying to get some more points after that opening drive score. They still lead it 7-0 over Motor City. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on Twitch. Two minutes to go here at Control Field here for the first half. Ethan Muslin, Alden Bleeker here on the call for you tonight. 3rd down and very short to go. Bruin going to throw it out down the middle. Pass completed for a first down. Doug Spelling making the catch, gets it down to the 23.
And that is really something that is going to be a sigh of relief for Queen City. You know, there have been times this game where they've struggled to convert and struggling to convert deep in enemy territory, you know, knocking on the red zone. That's just something that you really can't afford to do.
Yeah, so far that is one of the first 3rd down conversions that Queen City has gotten all game. Gonna throw to the right on first down. Matthew gonna cross for another first down. It's gonna be 1st and goal to go. Gonna be brought down at the 6-yard line. Boy, that's gonna be real good opportunity for more points.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx things one way or another, but as I was just getting ready to say, this is very much shades of that first drive of Queen City where they were just ba-bum, 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 you know, moving down the field in almost a rhythmic fashion. That's certainly a trend that they're going to try to continue on this drive.
So 1st down and goal. Looking at about 16 feet to Pater. Twins to the right. Bruin to throw, down to the edge, caught, touchdown, Queen City, tiptoe catch for Deezer Powell.
Wow, and it is a long time coming for Queen City. OJ Bruin has put up over 200 yards in this game, and I would hazard to guess well over 150 of those since that first touchdown. And it has really been a struggle to break through Motor City's defense, their defensive line, and their secondary. But finally patered for OJ Bruin and for the Queen City Corsairs.
That final drive is a 5-play, 71-yard drive culminating in, 5-play, 44-yard drive that culminated in the touchdown. Fantastic job there from Queen City, now leading at 14-0 as the Judah Dorgan extra point is up and through. So now Motor City going to have to try their best to get on the board before the end of the half. They've proven it before that they can do it. Kick here on the way. He returned by Kaufman. Oh, going to bring it up to the 24-yard line. About 1:21 to go. Motor City's got 2 timeouts left. Nice return there from Dion Lane Barney.
Yeah, a quick turnover is going to be the recipe for Queen City here, I think, because 1:21 left, they have 3 timeouts. That is very manageable to get down the field again if they start in good field position. And, you know, being up 3 scores, I really think would help their confidence a lot going into the half.
They added a throw on first down, pass incomplete. Looks like that was intended for Shane Kaufman. Threw that in a bit of double coverage there.
Yeah, and that's really something that Queen City, I think, is going to key into, you know, knowing that to get down the field in 118 is going to take a lot of, it's going to take a fair amount of passing or an exceptional run. So I would imagine Queen City are going to hedge their bets and cover the pass here.
2nd down and 10. Going into a 3-wide set, created a throw to the left. Pass will be completed to Dean. Going to get about a yard or so. Only going to get him out to the 25. Now looking at 3rd down and 9. Looks like Motor City's going to let the clock run down here.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision. They are getting the ball in the second half here, so I suppose they don't have to rush. They can try to get a long ball here.
On 3rd and 9, they will go for the long ball, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of Guy Clausen. Must have been feeling the pressure from the defense, and that'll force Pickles to come out and punt it again.
Well, we see now really the disparity in statistics starting to pile up here. You know, we've seen over 200 passing yards for Queen City and over getting close to 50 yards running as well, 260 all-purpose yards. It's really been tough for Motor City's defense. You know, I think that really shows how tough they've been.
The punt here is going to go to the Queen City 42. So it's about a net punt of about 38 yards on that play. The setup for Queen City, they'll have 37 seconds to possibly put a few more points on the board.
Yeah, certainly you feel like you can get in field goal range and stop the clock. You know, that would be at least one timeout used, and then you have 2 more to manage the clock. It's doable. It's doable at the very least.
Heavy set to hand off to Jet Zero, right side, gonna have some room, gets to the 1st down mark, and Queen City will take their first timeout, bringing into Motor City territory with 32 seconds to go.
Yeah, very orthodox clock management strategy here from Queen City, but as they say where I'm from, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Jet Zero doing a great job to pick up the yards to get very close. You know, it's going to be one more play possibly to get into field goal territory, and you know they would love to get another touchdown, but still being up 17-0 would still be huge going into the half.
David Leathers there to make that tackle for Motor City, putting it inside their territory. 1st and 10, 3 wide from the shotgun. Bruin's going to throw to the left. Pass will be completed to Powell. Going to get the 1st down, get pushed out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Enough for a gain of 12, and another 1st down for the Corsairs.
Yeah, they'll have a couple more shots at a touchdown here. I mean, I don't think they're necessarily going to settle for a field goal unless they're put in a situation where they have to. You know, certainly OJ Bruin with 2 passing touchdowns already here, and you know he could go for the hat trick here quite easily.
Setting up with 2 receivers to the right, 2 tight ends left. Bruin throws to the right, caught by Powell. Going to step out of bounds at about the 30-yard line or so to be a gain of 4. And stop the clock with 23 seconds to go. So Queen City doing very well on time management for these last few ticks of the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that 3rd timeout is reserved for stopping the clock for a field goal. So the longer they can go without calling that 2nd one, I really think the better for them.
Going to go into the old Woolery set, 2 and 2 for 2nd and 5. A little pressure on the line for Motor City. They're going to rush 4. Bruin with plenty of time. Throws down the middle. Complete to Powell for a 1st down. Queen City will take their 2nd timeout with 17 seconds to go. They are just outside of the V8 red zone.
Yeah, oh man, and this is a tough situation as a coach. I really think you have maybe one more stab at this if the clock keeps running, because then you have to call a timeout and go for a field goal. But you really have to use this last timeout to set up a field goal.
Bruin with a quick pass is going to be completed, stuck to the inside. Going to bring it down to the 15, and there's the final timeout from Queen City with 11 seconds to go. It'll be 2nd and 4. If they go for the kick here, it would be a 32-yard attempt.
Yeah, it would be a long-ish field goal, and it looks like they're gonna go for it here.
Yeah, they'll bring out Judah Dorgan to kick the field goal. Last season, Judah Dorgan was a pretty good player. 26 of 26. Had a perfect season last season. Hoping to do himself well today. Kick is on its way. And it is good from 32. So that'll make it 17-0 in favor of Queen City. We'll have 8 seconds to go. Motor City will have time for probably one more play.
Yeah, and it would certainly be one of the more miraculous plays that we've seen here. But you know, my Jacksonville Kings lost to a kickoff return in overtime, so never say never in the SFL.
I'm sure we all want to remember that. The kick out here on the way for Judah Dorgan. Deion Lane Barney back to return, going to take it as goal line. Bring it up to the 10, to the 15, to 20, and they'll get wrestled down at the 21-yard line. So one more play will end the first half here at Conpro Field. Motor City will probably have time to put down a decent play, and then they'll have to go to the locker room, think about how they're going to overcome this 17-point deficit.
Yeah, and it really, I think, comes down to their ability to click on offense. You know, they've had some success, but not nearly the success that they would like to have.
Yeah, they're throwing the deep ball. It's going to be incomplete. Just like that was King Jamal. Thought he had his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, so that'll be an incompletion. That'll bring us to the end of the half. We're going to cut right back into the second half in just a moment. But Queen City goes to the tunnel, leading the V8s 17-0. This is the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on Twitch. So here we go. Start of the second half here in Buffalo, New York. Ethan Muslin and Alden Bleeker here on the call for you tonight. Queen City currently leading 17-0. They're going to give the ball to Motor City to start the second half. Lane Barney going to take it from inside his own end zone. Bring it out to the 20 and gets pelted down at the right at the 20-yard line. A nice hit on that play from the special teams player. That would be worth a different look.
Yeah, and you really have to put that first half out of your mind if you're Motor City. You know, you really have to have a short memory. You know, that first drive, think of it as a wake-up call. You know, that second drive, that second score, think of it as a long-awaited reward.
So with 4 wide here on first down, Crieta to throw the deep ball. It's tipped away, incomplete. King Jamal got the bobble, but the tip drill couldn't do anything, and that'll bring up second down.
And as I was getting ready to say prior to that play, think of that field goal as a reward for their clock management. You know, you really cannot afford to get down on yourself when you're behind. You know, that only compounds matters, and it's good to see at least that Motor City is showing some confidence here.
That one intended for Lorraine Darby on that pass. Now to the heavy set on 2nd and 10. Created a throw left. Tipped away, incomplete. You saw Ted Hayes just get in the middle of that route and broke it away for Guy Clausen.
And again, it's that high-low pressure that we've been talking about from Queen City. It can make it really difficult when your options are to get blown up by the defensive line or get covered by the secondary.
So now a 3rd down and 10, created with 2 wide receivers. Going to throw one to the left. It's completed, but it goes backwards. Oh, a bit of a momentum push there from Guy Clausen, who made the catch but couldn't make any forward progress. And they'll consider it a loss of 2, and here comes John Pickles once again.
Yeah, Guy Clausen, a very reliable pair of hands. Hashtag throw it to the tight end, but there are times where that can backfire, as we saw there. You know, if the momentum's going the wrong way.
And now Pickles to kick this away. Will be returned by Adrian Ellis right at midfield, and get taken up to the 47-yard line. That'll be some pretty decent field position to set up for Queen City. Aerial coverage of today's game being brought to you by Dags Droneworks, aerial photography and videography services in New York State. You can find them on Instagram at Dags Droneworks or their website, dagsdroneworks.com, and that's Dags with 2 G's. 1st and 10 for Queen City inside the V8 47. They're going to fake the handoff here. Bruin with time to throw. Going to get out to Jet Zero right at midfield. Going to get the gain and the first down and push it down to the 33. Fantastic run after that catch. Going to be good for a gain of 14 yards.
Well, that is really why we've seen, sort of the growth of the design screen pass here in the SFL. You see just a little bit of space on the outside turns into 10 yards just like that. And that's really the thing about these screen passes is when you get them in the right place, rather than it being a last option, it can be a very reliable first option.
Bit of a low snap for Bruin on first down, but Deezer Powell just got lit up by Timothy Connolly, the rookie out of Ottawa. Going to be good for a gain of 4.
Oh boy, yeah, hits like that really sting, and really, I think that's a positive sign for Motor City that they're continuing to play with such emphasis even when they're down.
2nd down and 6. Heavy pro set for Bruin. Gonna screen it out to 0. Wide open to the left side. Gonna get the first down. Gets smothered right about the 21-yard line. Excuse me, the 31. Thereabouts, yeah, the 21-yard line. But it's good for a first down.
And again, the design screen pass finds space on the outside and just get it past the sticks. This is a great game plan being executed here by Queen City, and you have to give a lot of credit to OJ Bruin and Jet Zero to execute it on the field as well.
You see Jet Zero's had 3 receptions now for 23 yards. Currently looking at some pretty nice all-purpose yards on the day. 1st and 10 for Bruin. Going to screen it out to the right for 0 again. Going to try to push out for the first, but only going to get 3 yards on that play. They'll mark him down at the 13-yard line. You see the comparison there between Bruin and Creata. 289 to 73.
Yeah, and this is really another promising drive for Queen City. That first half, we really saw a lot of drives where Queen City got stats, but really didn't get anything out of it. We're starting to see them convert like they need to here.
2nd down and 3. Takes the handoff. Bruin to throw. Deep to the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown, Queen City! James Matthew Jr. won the 50-50 battle.
Wow, and do you think he could have been any more covered there? My goodness, it was a great job of covering him in the end zone, but just uses his speed and his athleticism to create a mismatch on what would have otherwise been triple coverage. Again, a great job of getting there as a receiver, but a great job as well by OJ Bruin to read where the receivers are and where they're gonna be.
And considering that was a 50-50 battle between James Matthew Jr. and David Leathers, who already has 2 picks on the day, a fantastic victory.
Oh.
The kick here is blocked, but it goes through! It goes through on the block, and it's 24-0. Boy, everything is just going Queen City's way.
Yeah, man. And again, credit to the hustle of Motor City, but just it was just destined to be for Queen City there, just going through the uprights even as it was spiraling. My goodness.
You saw that thing ricochet off into the air, but it was high and far enough to still clear the uprights. It was still good. So Lane Barney now going to take it from his own 1 up to the 20 and going to be bring up to the 24-yard line. Esports TV has partnered with the SFL to bring sim football to millions of homes over the next 2 years. ESTV is the world's first 24/7 live, linear, and video-on-demand esports channel available everywhere. Your smart TV, your phone, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and more. Visit estv.co to learn more about programming and to find all the ways you can catch SFL action on the network. Created with 4 wide on first down, stepping back deep, brought in trouble, and taken down by Frank Stackhouse. It's a loss of 9.
My goodness, that is one of the purest sacks that I think you'll see all season. Just exploits. Oh man, he did not get covered. Just exploits the space and the lack of coverage to blow up the pocket. My goodness.
9-yard loss on the play. Stackhouse's first sack of the football game. Second and very long to go. Creata now with pressure around him. Steps up, throws down the middle, incomplete. That was knocked away by Mike Jones. It looks like that might, let's see, that was Orain Darby, the intended receiver.
Yeah, and it's a great job to step out of the pocket when he realized it was collapsing, and just to even have a shot at anything happening there. But secondary doing a great job picking it up by Queen City.
Third down and a country mile to go now for Motor City. They're going to hand it off. Baloo Scott not going to go anywhere. That's another loss of 3. Not a good idea to try to play the field position there. Now you're stuck around the 12-yard line. You got to punt it away.
Yeah, 4th and a country mile to go here. I mean, just a masterclass of shutting down an offense by Queen City's defense here.
That was Orion Horace making that tackle. He's had a couple tackles for losses so far today. Pickles to kick this away.
Oh,
bit of a shallow kick. Going to bring it up to about the 43. And that will be a return by Ellis up to the 39-yard line. Very short field position now for Queen City.
yeah, that almost looked like it was going to get blocked again. That field goal that got blocked, I don't know if anyone in the viewing audience is going to relate to this, but it was like those Nerf footballs that they used to make where you would stand it on its end and kick it. So you didn't have to have anyone kick your football, and it would just spiral through the air.
I know exactly what you're talking about with one of those guys. This is a Jet Zero. Going to run off to the left side for another gain of 7. That'll give 7 more yards to him. He's currently looking at about 55 for 10 carries right now. Doing pretty well for himself. About 5.5 for carry.
Yeah, and it was really, OJ Bruin's passing that really carried their offense, and now we're starting to see it spread out a little bit more.
Second down and 3 with twins to the right. They've been really loving this pistol set as Queen City. Pump fake. Throw to the left side is bobbled, incomplete. That was number 45 of Queen City. That's the secondary. That's the fullback, Edward Teach. Could not hold on to that football.
And it's a good job hanging into this drive by Motor City. It was a very tough offensive drive to just, get stopped more or less by Queen City. And they're hanging on here on this offensive drive on the other end.
Now to third down and 3 wide with 2 to the right. Looks like it's a nickel pack for the V8s. Bruin going to throw right. Pass completed for a first down. Catch there from Doug Spelling. Keeps the drive moving for the Corsairs.
Man, and you just see this out route doing a great job creating space from the secondary and from the linebacker there, just creating space for himself there. Again, I appreciate a good offensive line play just as much as any other offensive line player, but you also appreciate when your players create the space for you.
Another first down now with twins to the right. Bruin on the low snap. Gonna throw down the middle. Pass knocked away and incomplete. That's Rodney Panani making the deflection. That's number 3 on the day for him.
Yeah, and it is really, one of the things that it has been such a highlight for Motor City is their ability to get up, much like a swashbuckling pirate movie, get up there, fly to the mainmast and knock these things down.
So far, 3 deflections, 3 tackles for Panani. Now second and 10. Bruin throws to the left. Pass completed. Going to get about a couple of yards on that play. And that is Teach once again. This time he manages to haul it in.
Yeah, and another situation where Motor City just hanging in there, and they sort of throw the gauntlet down and force Queen City to show up and get the yards themselves.
Now looking at third down and 6. They got 3 receivers bunched to the left. One tight, looks like it's a tight end flex to the right. Bruin going to throw out right side. Pass completed to Matthew Jr. Going to get brought down to the 6-yard line. Tackle there from number 44, Nicholas Warner. But it's going to be first and goal to go again for the Corsairs.
Yeah, and a great job. Again, space is so important at every level of this game, but especially in the majors, and just doing the job to exploit the space that was given by OJ and the receiver.
Going back to the right twins here on 1st and goal. Ruin the step, throws to the end zone, pass incomplete.
Oh.
In and out of the hands of Deezer Powell. Nick Warner laying the wood on him. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh man, that was the kind of pass that has been money all night for OJ Bruin in the end zone. Oh man, that's just so tough to take as a quarterback.
Set up 2nd down and goal. Bruin so far 30 of 42 on the day with 330 yards of passing. Gonna take the snap, throw to the end zone again, tipped away, intercepted!
Oh.
Picked away by Nicholas Warner. That gets his 1st interception of the day.
Well, that looked like it was gonna be OJ Bruin's 4th touchdown of the day, but instead it's his 4th interception. And just oh man, and we talk about mentality being so important. Just a great job of sticking with it mentally, and they are rewarded with a turnover here.
Now created a throw on 1st down, tipped up and incomplete. That almost was a return to sender from Matthew Alvarado, but it'll be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I really think that's what we're going to see by Queen City on this drive, is playing with the chip on their shoulder, trying to get the ball back, ASAP.
You see there the intended receiver, Guy Clausen, on that pass. Now going to be 2nd down and 10, back into the 3 tight end set. Data going to throw, left side, pass is completed. Going to be brought up to the 27. That's Azami Mihata getting his 2nd pass of the day, and that's good for 7 yards.
Man, and you see the difference there. I mean, going into this game, Ibrahim Krieta was leading the league in passing yards, and to his credit, he has come up against an incredibly difficult secondary. But OJ Bruin has just cut through this secondary like a knife.
Krieta going to throw the quick pass here on 3rd down. It's caught for the 1st. Nice little short pass to Guy Clausen. Gives him reception number 6, and more importantly, keeps the drive going for the V8s.
Well, that's I feel like I've said it at least twice this game, but just throw it to the tight end when you're in an and short situation, and again we see it producing results for him.
2 wide and 2 tight ends for 1st and 10 here at the 34. Created a throw, little short pass, wobbles and incomplete. Looks like Shane Kaufman, the intended target, but that ball looked like it was going nowhere.
Yeah, really tough when you don't get your ball placement just right, and a secondary like Queen City, it's especially important ball placement. It's really gonna be a tough situation for them here to break through that secondary.
Going to go into the heavy set here on 2nd down, and Baloo Scott's going to get a couple of yards on the play. Going to get past the 35 to the 36. Tackle there made by Ted Haynes. It's going to make up 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, and a good job to hold them here by Queen City. Motor City have shown, based on their offensive stats, they have shown that they can move the ball down the field, and they're going to try to do it again here.
Twins on an offset eye for 3rd and 8. Krieta going to throw, has some blocks, throws down the middle. Pass is intercepted! Picked off by Matthew Alvarado, takes it down to the Motor City 38. Oh, well, that is interception number 2 for Krieta.
And that is, I believe, the 6th interception of the game. We'll have to wait for our statisticians to confirm that. But my goodness, we have just seen a defensive battle, and really, it may not feel like that with how big Queen City are up here, but it's really been two good offenses versus 2 good defenses here.
And that is Matthew Alvarado's 1st career interception here in the SFL. Pass here completed to Jet Zero. He goes to the left side, going to get a few more yards, bringing up for a gain of 5. Now closing in on less than 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Queen City pretty much showing dominance on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and again, it's funny, you know, as we say, 6 interceptions. Queen City have been 4 of them, so you would think they'd be in a lot tighter spot than they are.
Ruin to throw the deep ball. Well, it's a little on the deep side. It was a little high, but Deezer Powell making the completion. Going to step out of bounds at the 30 with 3rd and 2 coming up. Yeah, we're talking about those interceptions. King Rashid has 1, David Leathers with 1, Nick Warner with 1. That's everyone from Motor City. Matthew Alvarado, we saw, just got his first ever interception. And then Great Gaines got 1 for Queen City. 3rd down and 2. Handoff for Jet Zero up the middle. Gets the first down. Bulldozing through some more players to get down to the 20-yard line. First down inside the red zone.
And you know, not to try to make a one-to-one comparison, but what we sort of saw there on defense is sort of how we've seen defenses reacting to the likes of Doug Brown. You know, just sending multiple defenders, just trying to contain the run here.
Now first down, just a hair outside the red zone. Pistol set with 2 wide. You're on 1st and 10. Bruin fakes the handoff. A little pressure up the middle. Gonna throw to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! James Matthew Jr. And Queen City is pouring it on.
Wow. Well, we haven't seen much of that tall ball style where you just put the ball up into the air and have your receiver go up and get it. But man, we saw it used with tremendous effectiveness there, just going up behind both of the secondary, and he just got around double coverage. That is a truly tremendous athletic play.
Yeah, fantastic play. James Matthew now 8 for 8. 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's averaging about just a hair under 14 yards per reception. Judah Dorgan to kick this away to make it a 31-point lead. Kick is up, and it is through. So we'll have 1:48 to go on the clock. Just a hair of under 13 minutes to go in the game. Motor City has yet to score.
Well, and we mentioned at the very start of this game that Queen City have not won this game since they blew out at the time St. Louis 62-3, and it's not quite that kind of a blowout, but it has been another large lead in their favor here so far.
A little run here for Lane Barney, going to bring it up to the 26. Motor City going to try their best to get on the board before the end of the third quarter. The SFL has partnered with Laser to deliver digital SFL player trading cards to its players and viewers during live events on SFL Twitch. Viewers every 30 minutes will be issued cards, or you can buy SFL card packs through Laser's store. The new Season 19 pack will be available soon. Visit layzr.gg and click the Join Alpha button to connect your Twitch account and begin collecting. And then it's a nice collection to Phil Koss on that play. Bring it up to the Motor City 43. Bring up first down.
Someone in the SFL Twitch chat asked when was the last shutout between these two teams, and the answer to that question, I just looked it up, is there has not been a shutout to speak of. You know, there's that 62-3 Queen City blowout, but also in their history a 52-7 blowout. So there have been games that have been very even, and there have been games that have been very uneven in this series.
Yeah, the last time these two met, it was St. Louis defeating Queen City 23-20. And Blue Scott, she gets a couple more yards on that play to bring up to the 45 with a tackle made from Kappa Jones. It'll be 2nd and 8. Yeah, there's been no shutout between these two squads just yet. And if Motor City is continuing to move down the field like this, then we might not see one. Prieta under pressure, gonna throw right side, pass incomplete. nearly intercepted by Orion Horace, but you saw the pressure from that line.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the pressure, you know, really for Motor City feeling like they are under the cannon, so to speak.
Gonna set up 3rd down and 8. Heavy set with those 3 tight ends. Hoping to make something work here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Creata to throw. Gonna lob it off to the left side. It's completed. Going out of bounds is Christopher Dean. Not going to get much yards on that. Maybe about a 1 or so. And that's going to force another punt from John Pickles.
Yeah, well, we've seen people in talking in the SFL chat here about port and starboard. You know, really, it's sort of offside here possibly.
We might have an offside or a false start. Yeah, it's an encroachment against Queen City, so that's an extra 5 yards. Not going to make it a first down, but
I don't think they're going to go for it here. But when you're behind by this much, there's an argument to be made, at least, right?
There very much is, but it looks like they will still have Pickles out to punt this ball away. About 5 seconds to go here in the quarter. They give it away now. They will. So this will be the last play of the 3rd. It will be taken from about the 20. About 15, actually. It'll be a couple more yards for Ellis to bring it up to the 17-yard line. So it's time to bring your 4s and 86s out and a little bit of 12 in the chat, folks. Queen City now leading Motor City 31-0. They're hoping to hold on to a possible shutout. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music, here on Twitch. Queen City going to start the 4th quarter from their own 17. Ethan Muslin and Alden Bleeker here on the call tonight from Buffalo. And that pass nearly picked off from number 93 that is Matthew Holford, the linebacker, nearly picked that away.
Yeah, and that would have been a real opportunity for Motor City, you know, behind by a lot, you know. You never want to say it's over, but certainly playing for pride always on the table, and Motor City have shown some mental toughness, even though they've really been hurting this game.
In all technicality, it's still a 4-score game, but still a lot of pressure to put up as Bruin is going to run it. Saw the pressure in the pocket and just squirted out to get ahead for another yard. Going to bring up 3rd down and 9. Nice job by the Motor City defense to put some pressure on Bruin.
Yeah, and that's something that I personally have seen a lot of, you know, being his teammate at the minor league level. You know, he's become more of a true passer in the majors, but that is something that he always has in his repertoire.
Bruin throwing, tipped away, incomplete. Great defensive stop from Sabo Kanan to knock that ball away. That's a 2nd deflection of the game, and that's a 3-and-out for Queen City. We haven't seen one of those in quite a while.
Yeah, it really feels like the whole game almost, you know, but back to that point in the 1st quarter where it was back and forth, and you know, Motor City, it's really felt like they've been sailing with a hole in their sheet, so to speak, here, and they'll take the opportunity here, no doubt.
The last time Queen City punted away, this one's going to be taken at midfield, up to the Queen City 45. Last time Queen City punted the ball away was in the middle of the 2nd quarter when it was about 6 minutes and change to go in the 2nd. That was the last time they punted it away. Their last drives are interception, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, interception, touchdown before this punt. So now Motor City with some possible good position here. As Creata is going to throw the short pass down the middle, be completed for a gain of 5. Shane Kaufman getting the reception. Going to bring it up to the Queen City 40.
Well, the stats that we just saw there, the total yards put up by Queen City are almost quadruple what Motor City have been able to put up. So, we talk about Motor City sailing with holes in their sheets. You wonder how it got put there. It's Queen City's offensive cannons.
They're going to throw the deep ball here, and it's caught! Oh, there's room to run, and it's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, V8s. Shane Kaufman puts the Motor City on the board.
Wow. Well, it's still an uphill battle. It is still very much an uphill battle, but they are hanging in it, and they take the first step of what's going to prove to be a long journey here. And they got to start doing the right things, and that is a very great example of doing the right things.
That drive going 2 plays, 45 yards with the 40-yard touchdown. Puts Motor City on the board for the first time all game. It's Caleb Richards, the rookie from Annapolis, to kick the extra point. It is up, and it is good. So 9:41 to go. Now we're down to a 3-score game. Motor City now looking at about a 24-point difference.
Yeah, and finally the shutout off the board. We talked about shutouts between these teams. It was also asked in the SFL chat when the last shutout in the SFL was in general, and I don't know off the top of my head. It certainly would be a while, but Motor City doing their part to make sure that it's not them.
This return from Adrian Ellis going to get brought up to the 28-yard line. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions, plus features from our content team, including Swamp Talk, Power Rankings, and many more feature series. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. Jet Zero going to run this one on first down, and he's got room to go. He's got it moving and down to the 49, just on the outskirts of midfield. Huge tackle on that play, but a huge gain as well.
And that is a great run, my goodness, and a good recovery by Motor City secondary. But you just see Jet Zero using the speed and the power that Jet Zero has to blow open what was a little bit of daylight into a huge opportunity for Queen City.
Queen City just on their outskirts of midfield. First down, penalty marker down, so this will be a free play. Jet Zero goes nowhere on it, so that will be a free 5 yards from the penalty. We'll get the official call.
Neutral zone infraction, number 91, defense.
And that is a penalty against number 91. That is Mike Ballot, the defensive tackle, getting tagged on that no-no. So free 5 will put them inside Motor City territory at the 47. So first down and 10. Bruin will have 2 to his right in the pistol. Gets a good snap. Throwing the deep ball down the middle. Ooh. Caught! Taken up by Deezer Powell once again. Takes it up to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 23.
Wow, and I was just thinking that I wonder when we're going to start to see Queen City put in their backups to, avoid risk of injury. But man, OJ Bruin, like I said at the very start of this game, playing with a champion's mentality, playing like he's the one on the wrong end of this 31-7 game.
Now to the Motor City 23, 8 minutes to go in the ball game here. First and 10, now Twins to the left. Bruin gonna throw. Pass deflected, incomplete. Looks like it was Dion Lane Barney getting right in the middle of that play.
Yeah, and it's a good read. Right now, Motor City need to be very, very active on defense as they were earlier in this game. That was when they had the most success, is when they were the most active on defense.
That's Lane Barney's second deflection on the day. They're going to go into a nickel set here for second and 10. 3 wide from a pistol for Bruin. He's going to run it on the draw. The ball is loose. Ball is picked up. Who's got that ball? I think Motor City might have fallen on it.
I didn't see it. It looked like a black shirt was the one that fell on it. I'm not sure.
It was a black shirt. It was looks like it might have been someone. There was a Queen City player who fell on it. There was a loss on the play.
Yeah, man.
So
OJ.
Oh man, that was scary.
Yeah, OJ Bruin is usually so good at running.
Bruin to throw here on third down, tipped away, incomplete. Looks like I think that was Dion Lane Barney again making the deflection. So now we'll see Judah Dorgan kick another field goal to make this a 27-point game.
And OJ Bruin really, like I say, he has become more of a true quarterback, more of a true passer at this level of the game. But he always has that in his repertoire. So it's really sort of surprising to see him fumble that there.
So this would be about a 40 and change kick from the middle. It is up on its way. It is good from 40 yards out. 7:25 to go here in the ball game. It is back to a full 27-point lead for Queen City.
Yeah, and you have to give a lot of credit. Some people will, some analysts might possibly see this as running up the score, but you really have to play as if you're behind at all times, because the SFL of all leagues can flip on you in a moment. So really a lot of credit to the coaching staff of Queen City.
Lane Barney going to take this at about the 3, trying to push ahead. Going to get about a 21-yard return to bring it up to the 24-yard line. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. 1st and 10 for Motor City. They're going to go to the 3 tight end set. Creator throwing down the middle. Pass completed. Azami Mihata making the catch to the 38. Fantastic pass down the middle to keep Motor City moving.
Yeah, well, Ibrahim Krieta has certainly been no slouch all game. I mean, he's really done a good job of finding the correct routes, finding the correct receivers. But I really think it's just a testament to how fearsome Queen City secondary has been that he hasn't put more yards on the board than he has.
Gain of 14 on the play. Another throw here, and that pass is intercepted by King Jamal. He caught that ball in the middle of a jumble. And now it's Queen City football once again.
Well, this is an interesting statistic. OJ Bruin is 21 yards shy of 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. That would be certainly a cherry on top of the cake that has been such a memorable performance for OJ Bruin here.
Going into a 2-wide pistol on 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff. Has plenty of time. Deep ball down the middle. Knocked away. Incomplete. Stepping up to make that play. Looked like that was Nick Warner. It was. He knocks that ball down.
And just like we say, sometimes when you play the the receiver and play the route, you can get burned a little bit. But again, just a good job of getting to the place you need to be and relying on your athleticism.
Set up a 2nd down and 10. They'll have 3 bunch to the left side, 1 tight end flex to the right. Nickel pack for the V8s. Bruin from under center. Throws to the right side. It'll be caught by Matthew Jr. Get taken up to the 44. About a gain of 4 yards or so on the play. So clock continuing to move now. 6.5 to go in the game. It's 3rd and 6.
Yeah, and again, you have to keep the ball moving if you're Queen City, and you have to stop them if you're Motor City. That's just really the nature of this league.
So on 3rd and 6, Bruin throws right, caught by Matthew, pushes it over the line, good for a 1st down, keeps that drive firmly in Corsair hands.
and we're waiting on our statistics to update here, but I believe OJ Bruin is very, very close to this 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions game. And if my math is correct, that would all those fours would add up to 12, which feels like a very appropriate tribute on the day.
Feels absolutely appropriate. This pass is going to go backwards about another 3. He was 9 yards away, but that completion for Jet Zero, that's -2, so he's now 11 back.
It's and it's doable. OJ Bruin has really been slinging it all game. It's certainly possible for him to do it here, and they're just gonna continue to try to focus.
Jumbo offset I, pass down the middle, deflected away, nearly intercepted. Couple of hands on the V8s. Couldn't get it as Panani was the one making the deflection.
And we've seen a lot of tip drills here, you know, a throwback to the days of no helmets and a well-funded national rail system are all these tip drills.
Bring up a 3rd down and 12. Going back to the pistol, twins to the right. Bruin takes the snap. A little pressure up the middle. Gonna heave down the middle. Pass completed. Good for a 1st down. There's 400 yards for you. Caught there from Doug Spelling.
And it not only is that a fitting tribute, but I really think it just shows what a complete performance OJ Bruin has put on here tonight. And it just feels like I don't know about you, partner, but I have goosebumps up here in the booth. It just really feels like one of those things that was destined by the football gods.
The handoff here for Jet Zero is only going to get about 1 for a gain of bring it to the 18-yard line. You see there 409 yards receiving on the day, 444. And yeah, and I'm with you, man, Alden. I'm getting some chills thinking about it right now as well. Wouldn't have it any other way, and I don't think Matt would want to have it any other way. He's definitely messing with us, that's for sure. Twins to the right here with the pistol on 2nd and 9. Pressure shown on the line for Motor City. They got almost everybody on the line. Clock winding down now to 5. Here's the snap. Bruin throws down the middle. Pass completed. There's a 1st down. 4 minutes to go, and again, Doug Spelling gets another catch.
Yeah, and just focus is the name of the game here for Queen City. You know, they're going to continue to run out the clock, and they're going to try to make it mathematically and statistically impossible for Motor City to come back. But you've just got to keep that focus, and you got to keep that ball in your hand.
Now with 3.5 to go in the ball game, they're going to go with the jumbo offset I for 1st and goal. And then about 20 feet away, handoff to Zero on the draw. Going to be a loss of 3. Good awareness from the Motor City defense to knock it down. Sable Kanan making that 1st tackle for loss of the day.
And really, that's, you know, as this game starts to wrap up, I really think that's going to be the story when we look back on this game, is that Motor City showing a lot of mental toughness, a lot of mental fortitude, but it was just not enough to slow down this passing attack and running attack by Queen City here. You know, it'll give them a lot to build on going forward, but just an onslaught by Queen City.
Pistol twins for 2nd down the middle. Pass intercepted, but it's going to be considered caught at the goal line. David Leathers getting interception number 3, but Motor City is going to have 99.9 yards to work.
Yeah, man, and that is. It would be a heartbreaker if that was Queen City. So you know, just a great job, as we say. You know, the mentality monster strategy can sometimes do you provide dividends even when you're far behind.
Prieta throwing on 1st down. A bit of a late throw is incomplete. Might have had a little pressure there before throwing it out a little earlier than he'd like to. It'll be 2nd down. Motor City, this is probably the most struggling drive they're going to have all game. You see there about 99 2/3 yards. Created a throw. Down the middle. Pass completed to the 23.
Wow.
Great catch for 23 yards. That's Phil Koss making the catch. Now going into a no-huddle offense. 2.5 to go in the game. Created, makes the snap. Gonna throw left. Excuse me, throw to the right side, but steps out of bounds. It's Christopher Dean making the reception, but it's a loss of 2.
Wow, and I was just getting ready to say prior to that pass, you know, it's always difficult when it's and goal from your with your back to the goal line. So a great stick-to-itiveness shown on that pass, and they seem to be wanting to use clock very aggressively to just get down the field here.
Back into that 3 tight end set. Gonna hand off to Scott up the middle. Not gonna go anywhere. Get a couple of yards to the 22. Bring up 3rd down and 11. And Creator gonna hand off to Scott again. Nothing doing that time, and they'll stop. Not to 4th down as Sabolka making himself known today. That's one of his second tackles. And that's gonna bring us over to the 2-minute warning. There are 2 minutes to go in the game. Queen City clearly in control. They lead the V8s 34-7. You are watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music live on Twitch. Back in Buffalo, New York, 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. Ethan Muslin, Alden Bleeker here on the call for you tonight. 4th down and 11. V8s are going to go for it. Creata to throw. Under pressure. Short pass. Tipped. Oh, it's caught.
Oh.
But Guy Clausen cannot make the first down. He stopped at the 30. It'll be a turnover on downs. Queen City once again in control.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how Guy Clausen is a really reliable pair of hands there. That looked like he was covered all day, and he just reached up over his man. My goodness.
Unfortunately, could not get to the first down, so it'll be a first down for Queen City, and it looks like the secondary quarterback, yes, Calico Jack is in under center, so we are seeing the secondary players for the Corsairs get a little bit of action tonight. Changing up the play here on the Jumbo Pro. Handoff goes to the right side. Jet Zero still in the game. Gonna push ahead, gets a gain of 8 yards. Motor City will take their first timeout with 1:49 to go.
Yes, certainly it seems like the result of this game is all but written in stone, but certainly you have to try to get the stop as if you're Motor City, you know, just for the sake of pride, if nothing else.
For the sake of making the stop and with any luck, possibly put yourself into a couple of double digits.
Mm-hmm.
This V8 offense has proven that they can score. They just haven't been able to do well against this defense. The run here is stuffed for a loss of 2 on the play. Motor City will take their second timeout. They will have 1 remaining. The SFL is back on Next Level Sports this weekend, starring Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, with the Tulsa Desperados visiting the London Knights, with live look-ins on Louisiana versus Denver. Sunday at 8:45 Eastern, the LA Lycans welcome defending champion Baltimore, with live look-ins on another battle of expansion teams, Canton versus Indianapolis. For a channel guide or more information on NXT, visit NLSE.com. And another run from Jet Zero goes nowhere. Motor City will take their final timeout, so they manage the 3-and-out stand. But we'll see Judah Dorgan kick another field goal to make it a 30-point lead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and really this has been a comprehensive performance on offense and defense by Queen City. You know, just as we sort of speak about, you know, Queen City shooting holes in the sails of Motor City, pardon the pun, they really have been fearsome on defense. You know, the pressures created by their defensive line and their just impregnable secondary has been too much to bear for Motor City here.
Judah Dorgan good from 39 yards. That'll make it 37-7 in favor of Queen City. So, looking forward to see what will happen next with this Motor City offense. Hopefully trying to get something to where they can have 2 digits on the board.
Yeah, and certainly, you pull for feel good moments like that as a commentator, where even when a team is far behind, they still stick in it and try to get something positive to take away.
Lane Barty taking this from about the 2. He's going to bring it up to the 24. Another 22-yard return on the play. When we saw Calico jacked under center for the offense, we'll see if there's any secondary defense in play here for Queen City. By all likelihood, there probably will be. You'll see Creata come under center. You see Blue Scott there in the back on the offset eye. They'll have twins to the right. Created a throw. Pass to the left, incomplete. Christopher Dean, the intended target, just could not hold on to it.
Yeah, and really just, like we say, playing for pride, a good job to find the correct route there.
Looking towards the schedule for next week, Motor City will host their second home game next week. That will be against Sioux Falls, while Queen City will be on a road trip to Minnesota Legend Stadium to take on said Legend, and that pass is deep down and incomplete. Looks like Shane Kaufman, the intended receiver. So a pretty tough schedule so far for this Motor City team. They're facing 2 out of 3 teams that made the playoffs. They beat the first one by a very good margin. I think that might have been a wake-up call for everybody else, because I think everybody was pretty much thinking Motor City wasn't going to have much of a chance, but they've proven that they can win. Third down and 10. Deep ball here. Down is incomplete. Knocked away by King Jamal. Maureen Darby there, the intended target. Now to bring up 4th down.
Well, and that's the thing is it's always so hard to read, an expansion team. The San Diego Mavericks, who are in the game that I'll be covering in a little bit here. When they first entered the league, they went, the dreaded 0-12. So I think it really says a lot about the culture in Motor City that they were able to get the first win, and and even that they were able to put up 7 points on such a tough defense here.
Yeah, it's one of the tougher defenses in the league. As we see 4th down and 10 or 3 wide. Creata going to throw for the first. Makes the catch, gets the first down to the 46. That's O'Rain Darby's first catch of the day.
Wow, and we've really seen O'Rain Darby at the minor league level anyway really use sort of those vertical routes down the sideline, and we see it again there. Just a desperate leap by his man to even get close to it.
It's a 22-yard gain on that play, and I have to agree with you there. He has always shown himself to be very good on the offensive side of the field in the minor league in Annapolis. Wonder who coordinated that. Motor City now at the 46. Creata with the throw. Gonna go deep. Pass caught! Down to the 34. Wow. There'll be a minute and 10 to go. They're gonna reset. That was Phil Koss making the reception. Now closing in on a minute to go. Motor City trying to get that second score. Creata down the pass is incomplete. That was in and out of the hands of number 96. That's Joe Scubis. Nearly picking off Creata. They'll stop the clock with exactly 1 minute to go.
Yeah, and as a former teammate of mine, Jack Wall, points out in the chat, and not only can you never stop watching an SFL game because of how unpredictable they can be, there's always fantasy implications on the line. He's a big advocate of the SFL fantasy movement.
And another nice catch here. That's O'Rain Darby again getting the reception for a gain of 7. Nice quick use of the clock. That one only took about 4 seconds down, but it'll be 3rd down and 3. You see there in the top left of your screen, the previous game on YouTube just went final. Fort Worth getting win number 1 of the season, taking down Florida 20-13. Fort Worth proving themselves to be a pretty competitive team so far in the early going. Created a throw on 3rd down. Goes deep to the left. It's caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Motor City. Shane Kaufman gets his second score.
Wow, and we've seen Ibrahim Creata. You know, we've seen the things that he was able to do that made him the leading passer going into this week. Over 250 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, this is really just an example of the stats and the score line not telling the whole story here. I think he'll look back on this game and see plenty to remember positive and plenty to build on going forward in this season.
Yeah, even with this amount of defeat, Motor City is still proving themselves to be a capable team. As the kick here from Caleb Richards is up and good. So 51 seconds to go in the game. It's now 37-14. It's now a 23-point difference as Motor City will attempt the onside kick.
Yeah, and there's always so much to see from expansion teams. I really think having the correct mentality makes so much difference.
That one bobbled, picked up by Queen City. As number 24, Mar Bryant Jr. returning the kick. So that'll bring it to the 38, and Queen City will be able to go into a victory formation. They'll get their first win of the year. Motor City getting their first loss of the year. Both of them will end up going 1-1, but it's still a very early season. We may only play 12 games a season here in the SFL, but only 1/6 of the way in, and it's still plenty of opportunities to come for both of these squads.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I was saying, you know, mentality is so key for an expansion team. You know, not to recount the entire text of the book, The Secret, or anything, but you know, perception is reality, right? And you know, if you're an expansion team and you feel like you're going to lose, and you know you retreat into your shell and identity as an expansion team, then well, you're probably not going to have very good results. But if you go out there and you believe as a coach and as a player that, you know, this is an opportunity for us to prove all the analysts and all the statistics wrong, I think you have a lot better chance.
You absolutely will. As we come down to the final seconds of the game, Queen City officially puts it in the win column. They defeat Motor City 37-14. In a game that looked like it was going to be a defensive battle for that first quarter and a half, and then after that, it was all Queen City all day.
Yeah, and really, I think it's safe to say that, you know, it looked like this was going to be a close game until it wasn't. You know, I know that may not be very insightful analysis, but you know, it just really was one of those things where Queen City were the first to shore up their mistakes, were first to get the bilge water out of the lower deck, so to speak, and you know, they were able to get the offense clicking. OJ Bruin and his receivers really able to get things going. You know, the 4-4-4 sort of an unintentional tribute to the late great Matt Wilson happening in this game as well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You see here is the pass from Bruin. What an incredible catch there from Matthew. That was his second touchdown, and that was what put Queen City into a significant lead. What was that? Beautiful catch, Bill Foss. Yeah, this offense has proven that they can definitely hang. That they still need some bugs to work out, but Motor City has proven that they can compete against some pretty quality teams. You saw them beat Tulsa. They fell short today. They're going to have a bit of a battle next week as they take on Sioux Falls. But I think they have proven that they are more than competent when it comes to both offense and defense.
Absolutely, and you know, so much to build on for Detroit. You know, they've got the right mentality. They've got a lot of the pieces in place. You know, Guy Clausen is a veteran. You know, King Rashid is a promising rookie. They've got a great sophomore quarterback in Ibrahim Creata, and I really think the sky is the limit for this Motor City team.
Absolutely. When you see there, this was the drive, one of the penultimate drives for Motor City. They started at their 99.75 yard line, like literally about a foot away from the goal line. Didn't end up with anything, but it was a beautiful sight to see. is one of the final field goals from Judith Dorgan. He had himself a pretty good day. Yeah, I think he went about 3 for 3 on his field goals. And then here was the second touchdown from Shane Kaufman. This is later in the game. The game was pretty much already not in doubt, so to speak. But a nice way to end it off on a positive note. OJ Bruin, your player of the game honors for today. 38 of 57, 419 yards, 4 touchdowns. He had the 1 rushing yard. That may have included a fumble, but we won't talk about that. That's the important part, is he is the person who brought Queen City their first win of the season. That will do it for us here today from Compro Field. A bit of a somber day here with the loss of our great Matt Wilson, but I think Queen City did a great job of tributing to him with a fantastic passing performance. Once again, final score, Queen City 37, Motor City 14. For Alden Bleeker, for Commissioner Cameron Irvine, I'm Ethan Muslin. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music, and we will see you next time.